Ever since March started learning swordplay from Yancheng and Yunli, her voice has been I wonder how well she's progressing.
There you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked everywhere but Mark's. Nope. Let's just assume she's successful. Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay. Besides, I used to skip classes even more than her back when I was still learning. So, I can understand where she's coming. Don't make excuses for her. Since you're here, I'm more interested in you today. Let's walk and talk. Chad told me there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Dumplings and steamed buns. The buns are
A table for two, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well, we'll have one of...
The entire menu?
Do you think it'll be enough? Don't worry, I've got enough money with me.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
Thank you. Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword. Yanqing mentioned you before. He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape. So, I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's made of. Seriously? A bat? Yeah, now more than ever. So, it really is a baseball bat. Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape, so, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said that a weapon mimics its Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules. Oh, really? But I never guess wrong. I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who were. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far, and every single one of them has been melted down. Yes, but only for those who cross the line. Melting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons, but just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving, but in a fight to the death...
Miss Yunli, for talented sword masters like you, but for people like her who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to. It has been a while, Miss Nameless.
And you...
I suppose busy people have short memories. Please, I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happen to... Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. He brought his
Miss Shikwe, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return.
I apologize for my poor choice of words. Mr. Pavo's General Huayan plans to personally thank them at the Palace Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion. Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested in joining...
Nice to meet you both. The journey to this... Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are... this... Wonderful. It's an honor to...
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together. I know, right? Thanks to March 7th skipping class, we get to join in on the fun. Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him. But he hasn't said, now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
Take a rest. It's time for tea and cakes.
There you are. Come on.
Please allow me to offer a sincere... Well, if it isn't my dear friend. Glad to meet you again.
Who is this knight?
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kive. May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yunli.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and
Oh, you're here, Yunli. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that...
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
Well, sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin and for escorting it. On behalf of the Kalevalan delegate,
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Xianzhou Lahu, Mieka Kivesa, I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Gu Yin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's pirate.
Wait,
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Xianzhou Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust this sword, Gu Yin, to the Lawfu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawfu War Dance. This sword will be wielded.
Thank you, General. It is an...
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
No! This sword was forged.
Yunli! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's last work.
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right now. I'll melt away the remnants of that.
Don't be rude, Yunli. Apologize to our esteemed guests.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword.
Yunli, please. This is exactly why I didn't want Yunli to know about this. Could you, please, keep an eye on you? That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you. I apologize for...
Unless I'm mistaken, Yunli should be around here somewhere.
That's a hefty battleship there. Put up the
Stop watching me. If you want, I can make you cry too. Did Grandpa send you to look for me? I bet he did. Really? Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the... You do have some skill. But now is not a good time. Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one. You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking. A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie can break. I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story. While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood. Soon enough, he'll no longer be a person wielding. Oh, so you're familiar with Heliobi. That makes this much easier to explain. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with Heliobi. I know, I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any ideas? Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged. And I have to go now.
Is she planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword? Maybe I should keep an eye on her. The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the art.
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
Oh, I see.
Explains what? It explains nothing at all.
She said something like, I'm a member.
Wait, why did you give her directions?
Where else? Like.
Yeah, that place is filled.
What are you doing here? Look, if I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't... Fine. Let's smash these metal...
Target sighted. All units on alert.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Eternal.
Let's improvise.
Like insignificant. Burn to ashes! Set to the speed of Firefly, take sight!
Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
That was the last of them. Thank you. This place is heavily guarded. But there's nothing but automatons. Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't... You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop... But if you want to stop me, you'll have to prove yourself. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right? No, really. Do I come across that way? Seems like you've met a lot of people who don't tell. Look. I owe you an I already told you about Udi. The sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to tell for some reason. Honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Pyrogyre Forge used to be a bustling place, with people from... I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. The swords crafted by the Pyrogyre Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invince, but then... However, the palace was overrun with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed. Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the... I don't remember much after that, except for the pounding of my heart and my tears when it stopped. And I couldn't see anything. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time. After that, General Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my sinful father. Han Guang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords, and 100 when I joined the Pyrogyre Forge for training. I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them, and Guyan will be my 313th. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the Heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to... Those travelers who came seeking Hongguang's swords all came in the name of justice and honor. Most of those so-called great heroes were heartless killers. They are only called heroes because many of the cursed swords I've destroyed had honorable and grand names too. A legendary sword and a butcher's knife are often just different ways of describing the same thing. Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit. Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huayan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble. Sorry for all this trouble. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. According to him, usually Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse. After countless battles, no matter how later. And you know what happened next. I thought this sword, I also wanted to find it. I've instructed the artist. Since my granddaughter mentioned talking.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
Yunli,
Yeah?
unfortunately, official Dahao didn't hear. If we don't recover the...
Yes. It's my duty.
After everything, the sword still got stolen.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After, the Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal.
If March 7th were here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched.
Yeah, I don't think it was...
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only so, besides the ceremony participants, only the devil. So, did you steal? Then
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission.
Put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the... So...
I didn't steal.
Well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. If you want to prove me wrong...
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yunli clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would... Regardless, we've accomplished our mission. And now it's the Xianzhou's problem. That's enough, young lady. Let me get something straight. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless... The monarchs would heed the guidance of the... Oh, of course, Sid. The point is that the Mieka Kivesa...
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone. All right. Come back to me when you're ready.
Yunli says she did, but I know well you were with Yunli yesterday. I'm counting on you.
Yes, I received when I went back. However, wait, no.
I don't want to make things difficult if I can find that curve. There's something else bothering. Yeah?
If you've found any... All right.
Why is this flower petal inside the cake? So, the thief took the sword from the case without...
If you've found any clues,
Thank you.
100%. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yunli.
On second thought,
Take your time. My reasoning is, throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission.
on second thought,
Take your time. Throughout the entire incident,
Your statement isn't quite accurate. Argenti, the delegation members, and even me, we were all at the Artisanship Commission at some point.
true. But we looked into it as well.
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance?
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yunli.
On second thought, maybe...
Take your time. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission.
On second thought,
Take your time. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect.
on second thought,
Take your time. Throughout the entire incident, there was only...
on second thought,
Take your time. Throughout the entire... Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Guyu. But you stopped her in her tracks.
what Dahao said seems right. Exactly. So at least Yunli didn't steal the sword at that time, because...
If your testimony is reliable. I'm not implying anything. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Guyu. But you stopped her in her tracks.
On second thought,
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Guyu.
on second thought,
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission.
on second thought,
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission.
on second thought,
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to...
on second thought,
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship...
on second thought,
Take your time. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission, trying to take away Guyu. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but
on second thought,
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you,
on second thought,
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you,
on second thought,
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to...
on second thought,
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you... Wait, you messaged Master Gongshu? I had no idea. Well, that's... However, it only proves the sword wasn't...
I didn't do it!
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal...
on second thought,
Take your time. After bidding farewell to you, we haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh.
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of roses.
My thoughts are a mess. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done. But how did he manage to take the sword?
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own.
Don't be ridiculous. How can it...
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But...
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control...
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body.
Success and failure. You can't change it no matter how hard you try.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Night of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? And it... Oh,
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon. Please allow me to correct your statement. I never attempted to steal this weapon. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty and possess only what is necessary.
what? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsmen, nor did I want—
Whatever your reasons are, you were planning to take the cursed sword away from the Cien—
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyun that impressed me. So I willingly embarked on—
Oh no. That's what makes cursed swords—
Captivated? No, I am touched by math. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from it.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage as a representative of this duel. I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyun in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyun to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn— Do you accept my challenge, Miss—
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take— Show me what you've got. You're not going to use Guyun to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
Step up, let's see.
Some value every petal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all of you.
This is my set.
Rise to the challenge. In the mood for another nice second, my friend. Indulge yourself!
Grace and elegance.
Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
You're fighting a gentleman. Let's shine forth. Put forth all of you.
In the mood for another flesh wound.
Every petal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Let's improvise.
Stay away.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all of you.
Step up, nice second, my friend. Indulge yourself!
Grace and existence is unity.
Rise to the challenge.
I'm so different. First to ashes!
Bear witness. You're fighting a gentleman.
In the mood for another beating?
Every petal. All will be swept away by the wind.
Rise to the challenge.
Confess.
Stay away.
Put forth all of you.
Rise to the challenge.
Stay away.
Nice second, my friend.
But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, Knight.
But
you've done so much for me already. I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness?
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But
well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's.
Fine.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me. Quiet.
The people on this planet.
The rest of us.
Yeah, a bit.
When things get too...
Yeah, sure. But now is...
Do you really think you can oppose it?
It's true that I'm stranded. By the way, Guyan, you said that the rest of... I can already see the sea.
You really think...
What?
It wasn't a crash.
I can feel...
I'm alive.
They died. I tasted. Why? This world you've seen, you beheaded.
But I also remember... And the rest of...
You said it was a... No, so much.
Where are you?
I'm returning.
But... What?
They won't. But before soon. I'm entrusting you with... That's not all.
You lied to them.
Oh.
You promised that...
Well, how about one last...
He had long since...
They've learned how to... He left me there without...
Thank you. How do...
A hint of... No. Even though you can't...
So...
No. Countless monarchs of... I grew tired of them, so I returned to...
But...
Because even after all... During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish. My master had engraved his teeth as a weapon, but once I fulfilled my mission...
These... I think I understand the beauty.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was...
It wasn't until I... My position was too extreme. I'm sorry.
Now that we've proven Miss Yunli's innocence and found the sword, should we now...
No. I'm still going to... I've heard your...
But being the sword is my...
That's not true, Guyi.
I just can't pick
Do you remember when you stood...
later.
Can a creation become...
Something.
But this is...
Well...
What do you all think?
Fulfilling master...
That...
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
While a long face, you were completely determined.
Grandpa,
Oh? Am I?
if only I'd talked to you, but at least...
So,
Yeah, but...
be more patient.
Understood.
Well. By the way, the ambassador...
Oh, Journal.
Well, my grand...
I come from a long line over the centuries ago, before leaving Kalaval.
That sounds good.
The hero had asked our ancestors. Well, the inscription is...
I have drifted far from my homeland. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler?
I apologize. But the hero's epic battles happened long ago.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here. And thank you for your guidance. I'm...
Why does everyone call me a...
If this were the simulated universe, I'd be at your mercy. But this is real life.
I always deliver.
The fight is set. Savor it for me. Fail to set you.
Time for a lesson. There's no backing out now, for me or you. Middle.
Savor it for me. Your end approaches.
Who's the little backstabber?